Hey guys, welcome back to Otaku Niche. Today we're doing a different type of video. We're going to be talking about censorship in gaming and how annoying that has gotten and how much worse it's only going to get. So we're going to do a little reaction video to Censored Gaming. They put up a video a few days ago. Oh, actually it's been like a week now, I think. It's been a while. September 11th, yeah, is when they uploaded this video. I actually want to make a video on this and actually talk about this as we react to it. I'm going to be skipping around bit by bit, but before we start the video, I do want to talk about there are a lot of games that have been censored, not by Sony's bullshit policy that they're pushing. Microsoft has their own policy too, and so does Nintendo. Even though Nintendo does no longer censor their third-party games, they respect the third-party publisher and developers and let them do what they want to do as long as the board rating gives them the M rating or whatever, and it's not an adult rated game, and if it's good enough for the rating board, it's good enough for Nintendo. But there's one caveat to that. Their first-party games, they will be censoring those games if they feel like it. If they want to, if it's first-party, they're going to censor it because they have an image to uphold, and that is that their games are family friendly. So you look at Xenoblade Chronicles, for example, you know what I'm talking about. There was also, what was it, this one, Tokyo Mirage. This game was originally on the Nintendo Wii U, right, if I'm not mistaken, and then they released a remastered enhanced version on the Switch, which I got the one on the Switch, but I haven't played it yet. Again, I'll get to it eventually and on my other channel. And yeah, they censor it. Like, for example, this is a good example. They did a lot of censorship to the character's design, and they even they even came up with a new word, vagina bones, because this is missing on the censored version. It's just flat. They just like erased, then added like a little top T-shirt or something here. Like she shows a bunch of cleavage, and here they kind of turned it in more into like a shirt. I guess they like the pink. I don't know what the hell they did here. Like, what the hell is this? It was like, really? Oh no. You gotta hide the cleavage. You can't be showing that. Nope. Not in this 2021 clown world. Nope. You can't be showing that nonsense. It's like really? What's wrong with the female body? It's like, what are you guys doing? You guys are freaking clowns. I'm gonna try not to, cuss too much, but oh man, these people piss me off. These people are the real weird ones. They think we're weird for liking this, for wanting this. Well, we're weird for them not wanting it. What's wrong with you people? It's like you guys live in your tiny little bubble. It's like you guys need to be like fucking bubble wrapped. But yeah. I don't know. I just can't. I feel like just like swearing my way through this video, but I'll try not to. It's just so annoying. It's like these people, like, they preach like they're Puritans. That's basically what they are. So yeah, we have this, and what else? Oh yeah, and then I'm looking at Niche Gamer, great site. They talk about the facts and only the facts when it comes to this kind of bullshit. I heard NIS of America. Oh, NIS. This is not mentioned in Censored Gaming's video. They're talking about the games that have been censored by Sony's policy and whatnot. But even though there's a couple of them that they're not exactly sure if it's because of Sony's policy or is it because the publisher or developer decided to censor it, because there's a lot of games. They're like that. There's like that jet ski game. What's it called? Katagawa Jet Girls, for example. That game came out, and it's supposed to be like like a racing jet ski type of game. With like the same style of Shenmue Kagura. It's supposed to be clothes being torn up. If you've seen the anime, that's how the game should have been. But guess what? The game isn't like that. That game is nothing like the anime. They, by design, during development, it was censorship in mind. It was designed to be milquetoast and just very boring and plain. Really, the gameplay is generic as it can possibly be. The nicest thing you can say about it is you can say is somewhat decent, but that's like the nicest thing you can say about that game. I'll probably end up playing it or streaming it soon, or one day I'll play it just to show you how badly they ruined that game. I'm done supporting Marvelous. Their stands of no longer wanting to make games like Shenmue Kagura anymore is disappointing. Like, even the creator of Shenmue Kagura left. He left and he moved on to work on a different developer team. I forgot where he moved to, honestly. There's an article about it somewhere. But he ended up moving, and he's gonna make a new game somewhere with other people. I wish him luck. It's sad that you see all these companies going woke and then pushing their, it's like, dude, if you don't like this stuff, that's fine. You don't have to like it, but it's like, at least leave the people who enjoy it. At least let them enjoy it. Why you gotta ruin their fun? It's like, I don't get it. Like, how much of a loser do you have to be to want to, change things that you don't like? There's a lot of things I don't like. You don't see me going on and complaining about it. I don't care. If I don't like something, then I don't like it, and I move on with my life. I let people enjoy it. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and that's it. I let that be, and then we move on with life. We don't just stay there going, I don't like that. I don't agree with that. Oh, that's problematic. That needs to change. No, none of it's problematic. You're insane. That's the difference. It's like people like, oh, this is a bad precedent. The bad influence. It gives people the wrong idea about certain type of people or women or men or whatever. It's like specifically women in this case. How they're depicted in fantasy, how they can be damsels or supportive characters only to a male lead. It's like, what's wrong with that? There's a lot of stuff like that. It's like, what's wrong with having damsels in distress in a game? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I see that as that's very romantic. For me, personally, for me, I see that as a very romantic story. A man saving it's a romantic tale for man. Yes, they're targeting men, but it is I don't see that as an insult towards women. I see that more as that's very romantic. A man wants to save a woman who's in distress. And I see that as very sweet and romantic. Like, what's wrong with that? I don't understand their logic. They're just making up some bullshit nonsense. They're just making things up at this point. They're losers, and they're complaining because they're losers. Once a loser, always a loser. That's unfortunate for them that they're always going to be losers. And then you have Nis here as well. With the changing, supposedly claims of changing sexist Japanese jokes to make it more culture appropriate. Really? For that, Cold Steel game, the third one or the fourth one, right? No, the third one here. It was during for the third game, the localization process. I remember this is from January 18, 2020. This is some nonsense. Supposedly then they came out saying, oh, we didn't change it. We just want to be, it's like, whatever. Be lame-os. And then, again, This has a record. If Marvel is doing it now, but Nis of America, they've been doing this for a while, for years. 2016, I believe this game came out, if I'm not mistaken. Criminal Girls, the first game and the second game. They talk about how they censored it because their policies and whatnot. the motivation scene, dialogue scenes. There's like they remove them. There's no audio. There's just sounds and music in the background. But then it's all like really foggy and smoky, whatever. So you can't really see anything. It's really annoying. So yeah, this game, they decided to censor it right from the start. Before they even submitted it to the rating board, they already were gonna censor it because it goes against their company policy to release unrated games of how it was. It just wasn't. They weren't gonna do that for a localization. And people were acting, "Well, you're gonna release it on PC?" It's like, well, they released the first one on PC, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know if they released it uncensored or not. I tried looking it up because I forgot. Oh yeah, I think it did came out. The first game was on PC, but second game, I don't remember. Did they release the second game? I think they did. Oh no, there's a petition org to release an uncensored version, but I don't think it ever happened. Did it? I don't think so. Well, maybe it did. I don't think so, right? Let's see. We have the first game here. Oh yeah, you can you can see it here. Yeah, you see here people talking about it. Badly butchered by censorship. The PS Vita did require rating. Apparently Steam does not. Why offer such a port? And then we have here Fairy Tale. There's a lot of games that in the video they didn't mention. I don't think they mentioned this game in the video. We'll see when we react to it. You see, this is the original. You can see panty shots of the characters, and then boom, they added this little black void. Panty, void, panty, void. It's like, what are you trying to say? All women have voids down there and it's taking you to the abyss? You used to be able to see her panty shot. Now they added this black void on here. It's an endless tunnel that takes you to a wonderful land of mystery. It's like, what next? It's like, that other game, Blue Reflection Second Light, is coming out. I actually do want to check it out. Actually, the graphic looks really nice. It's a good JRPG from what I can tell, and I look forward to checking this one out. The first game, I still gotta play the first game, and it's like you have Ninja Gamer going, they needs to be censored. They're showing people holding hands. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. This is how it all ends right here. They're actually going to be censoring hand holding. That's how Puritan the world has gotten. It's just sad. It's like what happened? Where did we go wrong in society? Like, what happened? Who are these weirdos that are like coming out of the woodworks and just like demanding this to be changed? This is problematic. They're insane. But let's begin with the video now. Let's look at the 26 recent games. Okay, so I guess fair enough. It's recent games. There are some games not mentioned here, but because we're focusing on the 26 recent games. But some of these games he mentioned are kind of old though. That's why he says recent. I'm like, what are you talking about? Some of those games has been out for a few years. And which doesn't make sense why he says 26 recent games when some of these games has been out for a while and they've been censored for like 2 years or whatever. Ever since that, December 2018, everything started going downhill from there. But these are like the ones on PlayStation. Plus, there's also Fairy Tale, like I mentioned, and that's a recent game too. And I'm pretty sure that one's not mentioned on here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's okay. I forget Censored Gaming. It's like there's just so much little games here and there they've been censored that it's easy to forget some of them. Vita games, PSP games have been censored. And it varies from region to region too. It just sucks. It just sucks for other countries too when they gotta censor violence as well. Like in Japan, it's just so dumb how it's okay to show like Resident Evil 7. It's okay to show a man, you know, getting a shovel in through his skull. It's okay in America, but in Japan it isn't. It's okay to show cleavage in Japan, but it's not okay to show cleavage here in America or in the West, anywhere in the West. It's like the hypocrisy is just too funny, and these people are not even self-aware of it, and that's embarrassing. they call us the losers. Well, they're the bigger losers. If we're losers, and then what makes them even bigger losers? Make this full screen. We're gonna just pause it here and there.
And so first up is one of the most recent games affected, which is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. The developers published a blog post in June that explained that a scene had to be changed due to platform regulations on PlayStation, while it remains uncensored on Xbox, Switch, and PC. And this scene is one of the examples of...
Okay, first off, shout out to Censored Gaming. Great channel, check them out. I'm gonna put a link to their channel in the description. But yeah, right here, what the hell, Sony? What the hell? What is this nonsense? It's like you can't show this now because she's just playing a high school student. You can't be showing her committing, stabbing herself. But you still show it here. What the hell is this thing here? What is this? It's like they added some... What the hell? Is it the exact scene? No, it's different, huh? It's like a... Because I never played this game. I was thinking of checking it out, but seeing that it's censored on console, I think I'll... If I do decide to check it out, I'll be on PC. But why is there a hand here? There's like these extra pair of hands. What is this? I've not played the game. Is this what happened, or is this like an error? It's I saw this and I was like, wait, what? Well, anyway, they besides that, all the blood, like there's blood here and there's none here. Instead, it's black blood. Robot blood, oil, whatever. She's a robot apparently in this version. Here she's human apparently. Apparently they're trying to give kids the wrong idea that if you stab yourself, black stuff comes out of you instead of blood.
With it involving the blood color being changed from red to black. Next is Amiga Labyrinth Z.
This game, I wanted to play this game. When they announced this game, I was so excited. So excited to play this game. It looked interesting, and for one big reason, there is a lot of plot in this game, and as you level up, the plot gets bigger. If you know what I mean. Like, what's wrong with that? I think that's funny stuff. It's like, how's that problematic? That's comedy. It's like, just laugh. It's like, what's wrong with sexualizing female characters? It's like, you can sexualize male characters. I don't care. Do it. It's like, I'm not gonna support that or buy any of that kind of stuff. But there's an audience that will. It's like, there's women they're gonna want that, and why shouldn't they get their fun? It's fiction. It's not supposed to represent real life. If you think this is supposed to influence real life, you are a moron. This does not influence real life. You are brain dead if you think that. You need mental help. That tumor in you don't even have a brain anymore. It's just a tumor at this point if you think that.
The second game in the Amiga Labyrinth series. In June 2018, P-Cube announced that the Western release had to be cancelled due to Sony rejecting the game. And this is despite the game already being fully localized and ready to go.
Oh, yeah, that really pissed me off because I was excited for it. I was like, oh, right, I can't wait to pre-order this game. And it's like, nope. They announced that, it got canceled for the Western region permanently. All that work they did translating the game is gone. Really? Really? P-Cube, or I thought I called them something else. It's like they're great. I got their they publish Tormented Souls. I look forward to playing that in October. That alongside Fatal Frame. Which that game also got its censorship issues in the West when it got first released on the Wii U. That's another game, but that's like a Nintendo game. But luckily in the Western version, they still removed the bikini outfits, but they're giving us new outfits instead. They're still cute, sexy. Not as super revealing as the original outfits in the original release in Japan. Which had bikini outfits, but it's like a lot of people are complaining about it. Oh, it doesn't match the tone of the game of a horror game. It's like, dude, then don't use the outfits. But some of us fucking do speed runs on the game like for 100 times. Why wouldn't I want to change their outfit into something sexy just for my 100 playthrough? I played the game so many times. It isn't going to be scary by the 100th time. Let alone let alone fucking 5 times. Eventually, you beat the game once or twice and it's not scary anymore. Most games, they ain't that scary anymore. It just becomes less and less scary the more you play it. Because now you know all the jump scares, you know what's going to happen. It just isn't the same anymore. And sometimes you love the game so much, you like the gameplay so much, that why not? Why not have outfits that's out of place and it's just for fun at that point? It's like, oh, it ruins the game. Ooh, it ruins the game. Ooh, all that crying and stuff. It's like, calm down. It's like, don't play it then. Or don't put down that outfit then. But let other people who do want to play it that way, let them enjoy it. What's wrong with fan service? Why is fan service being attacked? Like, how much of a loser are you guys? It's like, Jesus. It makes no sense why you do that. I don't understand these people. Like, how sad and pathetic are they anyways?
But that won't be the last time for the franchise. The next game in the series, 2019's Amiga Labyrinth Life, had to have many changes to risque content on PlayStation 4, but not on Switch or PC.
Yep, another bullshit right there. I ended up getting it on the Switch. So eventually I'll play it, but I was hoping the other game was going to come out first, because I want to play that one first before this one, but I don't think it matters. I think each game is like self-contained, I believe. I could be wrong, but I want to say it is. This is a game I wanted to play. So I got it on the Switch, and I will play it eventually.
And this time, the Japanese release was also affected due to it being a new release following Sony's content policy changes. To avoid any potential confusion, the publishers also decided to change the name on PlayStation, with it being called simply Labyrinth Life instead. And this also removed the innuendo.
Oh yeah, and they also removed this right here. It looks like boobs. In the PS4 version cover, this is gone. It just says Labyrinth Life. Instead of Omega Labyrinth Life with the Omega looking boobs here in the character here, this is gone in the PS4 version. In Japan and in the West, it's just specifically the PlayStation version got hit really bad. Is the worst version. Don't buy that version. Buy it on Steam, buy it on Switch, where its integrity is still intact.
That the Amiga symbol has in its name. Another game affected is Senran Kagura Burst Renewal, with
this game, when I wasn't aware how badly the censorship thing was going at the time. I thought it was just that game because that game was probably too much, That's me not really looking into it too much or doing my research on it, because I ended up getting this game. I haven't played it because I found out about the censorship on this game. Like, I kind of found out about it a little bit too late. But I said, I'll still get it, last second. I was like thinking, should I cancel my pre-order? I kind of want to get the limited edition for this. I kind of do want it. And I have the whole series, Senran Kagura game on PlayStation. It's like, but, I got it. And moving forward, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep supporting this kind of like censorship. And this is where, I started to have a difference of opinion now and a change of heart of where I'm gonna buy my games, as being a hard, JRPG gamer on PlayStation, and I'm thinking of just moving to Switch or PC if this keeps up. But as long as there is no censorship to begin with, I think I'll still buy them on PlayStation. Like I want to hope that they revert back those changes and don't do it again. But that might be just wishful thinking at this point.
With Xseed announcing in October 2018 that the game had to be delayed due to needing to remove the risque intimacy mode from the PlayStation 4 version of the game.
Which, honestly, I don't really care. I think that's the reason why I still got the game anyways, because I don't really care for that little mode. I was never going to use it to begin with, but the fact that it was there, that shows, that's the integrity I'm talking about. That just shows you that, it's there. Cool. I know it's there. And if I don't like it or I don't want to use it, then I don't use it. It shouldn't be removed. I still wanted it in there, even though I was never even going to bother, using it. Maybe I'll try it out just to get if it's a related trophy about it. But other than that, same thing with the Vita version. I think I did the same thing for that Sharon Conqueror game for the Vita, where it had a mode like that and there was a trophy related to it too. I just did it for the trophy, it's like, and I was like, cool, love the fan service, and I moved on with my life. I never went back to it, didn't really care about it, that's not the reason why I got the game, but it didn't really bother me. It was like, whatever, I moved on.
The Steam release, however, kept the intimacy mode in the game, with it launching simultaneously with the PS4 release. Another Senran Kagura game that has run into issues is the next mainline entry in the series, Senran Kagura 7. While initially announced in 2017, not much was heard from the title following the announcement. The series creator, Kenichiro Takaki, would later in 2019 explain that creating the game is currently impossible due to Sony's content restrictions. Takaki would then go on to leave his position and join Side Games, and nothing has been heard about the game ever since.
Oh, there we go. It was Side Games. See, he ended up leaving, Then that other Samurai Kagura game, that new one, they potentially is now canceled. I was looking forward to it. But seeing all this bullshit censorship going on, I'm like, no, don't even make it anymore at this point. And it probably isn't going to get made anymore because Marvelous already showed interest that they're not. Already showed us that they have no interest in making games like Samurai Kagura anymore. I'm like, okay, then I have no interest in giving you my money anymore either for your shitty products. If that's how you're going to be. Okay, 2 can play this game too. But now he moved to Side Games, so who knows what games he's working on there. Hopefully, yeah. I don't blame him. I'll be frustrated with the restriction of sexual content too. It's like, what the hell? It's like the sexual content is human nature. It's like what's wrong with that? It's really normal. Sex sells, and it's always been that way since the first century. Throughout life, you look at art. Throughout the centuries, you always see sexualized artwork being done, especially like you look at Asian culture, for example. As one of the longest, civilizations out there, you see from China and Japan, they're still standing, because civilizations have come and gone, because diseases, like the Black Plague and whatnot, or whatever, wars, conflicts, eventually civilization just collapses itself, and humankind just, gather up and rebuild from the ground up. And it's always been that way. It's not like someone built something and they continue existing into this current day, but no, it's like, the Romans, the Mayans, it's like they all come and they all gone. Maybe this is a sign that we're next. Who knows? But you see, if you look at art throughout the centuries, it's like there's always been a desire for sexual depictions of humans. It's always been a thing. It's like, so why are they shying away from it now? I have no idea. Maybe because they're fat, ugly, and they're losers in the inside. As I mean, I'm about to say they're ugly on the inside, as well as ugly on the outside. You know, type of people. It's unfortunate they now have power, and they get to decide, you know, what goes and what doesn't. And it's like, who the hell do they think they are? I'm sorry, but beauty will always be superior. There is no denying that. But, you know, I wish the guy, the producer of Shamrock Kagura, I wish him luck. I hope he makes awesome games at side games. Hopefully they don't cluck him either. They're, you know, like cuck him and make him, you know, stop him from making the games he wants to make.
Next is Terminator Resistance, which is reportedly an example of not just Sony objecting to game content, but also Microsoft. Over on the Steam forums, players discovered that there was an alternate version of the game's romance scenes left in the game's files. The alternate versions are more raunchy in nature, with wider camera angles that allow you to see topless nudity. But in a now deleted tweet, the developers have said that they were forced to tone down these scenes by Sony and Microsoft. And this is despite the game's M rating. The next game is kind of an outline.
Yeah, that Terminator game, I was gonna get it too on console, and then I was nah. As soon as I heard about that, I was like, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care about that, about those scenes, to be completely honest. But like I said, I'm a man of integrity, and when I see that kind of stuff, I'm like, nope. I want my stuff uncensored the way the creators intended it to be. You know, it's not about what I want. It's about preserving the freedom to express oneself. That's the point. You know, I wouldn't mind if they were to include a censored and uncensored version, so the Puritans can enjoy their version of the game. It's like, I'm all for, you know, giving people the option to enjoy what they want to enjoy. If you don't want to see it, then you don't see it. You close your eyes and you move on with your life. You know, yeah, Devil May Cry 5. This one was an odd one too, though, because when it came to the censorship, I could have sworn, in some regions, this censorship that he's going to talk about right here, it will also affected some other regions, I believe, like in Europe, for example. You know,
I know, but it was felt as worth mentioning anyway, and that is Devil May Cry 5. When the game was released in 2019, players discovered a strange change that had been made to only the PlayStation version of the game, and only in North America and Europe, meaning Japan was curiously not affected. The change involved...
Yeah, but apparently, I heard this, I don't know if it's true, but I heard it also affected Xbox as well and PC in some regions. Not in America, but in some other regions. I forgot where, but it also affected them too. But I think they got like a patch and got that fixed as well, which was weird. I heard about that. I wasn't sure. I couldn't find any, you know. Well, then again, I didn't look hard enough for any proof on that, but I was like, whatever. I'm playing it on PC anyways. I played it on PC and it was, you know, it was fine there.
A cutscene with Trish at the end of Mission 11, where instead of being nude, her body will be covered up with a lens flare effect. Neither Capcom nor Sony would comment on this, but then even more strange is that patch 107 would then remove the lens flare in the North American version, while European copies
there we go, that's the patch. Eventually they removed it,
the except for Europe. Is absent in all versions for
PlayStation,
Xbox
European
and
version,
PC.
still
censored. And then when it came time for the special edition release in 2020, the European PlayStation 5 copies have Trish covered up with the lens flare yet again, while it remains without the lens flare in North America and Japan, and for all regions on Xbox Series and PC. Next is Super Neptunia RPG.
I didn't realize they censored this game, but it's not a big deal though. It's just like 2 CGI images I think got altered on it. I didn't realize when I ordered this game it was censored. I was not paying attention at the time, because a lot of these games, when they got released in 2019, I wasn't really paying attention too much to them until it was too late, and I realized, well, that sucks. It's like, well, it's not a huge big deal, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, that's still lame, even if it isn't a big deal. That just shows weakness.
Where in 2019, Idea Factory International
And
made
no
a
backbone.
statement that the PS4 release will have to have 2 slightly modified CGs. On Switch and PC, however, the CGs remain uncut. Hentai vs. Evil is another example of the
No offense, but this game looks terrible. It's one of those little indie games someone made. No offense, but there's so many games like this though, like these shovelware type of games, I guess you can say, or just little indie games, really low budget games on Steam. I'm surprised this game even made it to on PlayStation consoles, on the PlayStation Store. Seeing this, I was like, wait, what? How did this made it past them? Especially with a title like that.
differences between modern Nintendo and Sony. The game isn't named Hentai vs. Evil for no reason, but when the game was released on PlayStation and Switch earlier in 2021, despite both versions being rated mature, only the Switch release contains an uncensored mode where the characters will be fully topless during gameplay. Some other games from 2021 are multiple games from the publisher Gamazumi, who have been releasing a variety of visual novel titles on consoles.
Never heard
For
of it.
Sable's Grimoire, the publishers have displayed a note on the PlayStation Store page reading 2 images have been removed.
Oh, for a second there, I thought it said, you know, that's part of the features of this game. It says features, 2 images have been removed. That's the feature in this version. And then others have been censored. Imagine listing that as a feature for your game. Oh man, welcome to Clown World.
And others have been censored. Meanwhile, the Xbox and Switch
So
versions
sad
are uncut.
that they have to
Another
do
game
that.
from them, however, Beach Bounce Remastered, was completely blocked from releasing on PlayStation. Nintendo, though, once again allowed the game to be released. Dragonstar Veneers Nintendo Switch release.
This game is one of the first games I got. I forgot this game came out like early in 2019, right? I think I did an unboxing on this game, if I'm not mistaken. I got the limited edition for this game, and at that time, I didn't realize it was censored. Like again, during the late 2018, early 2019, I wasn't really paying attention to what was being censored or not. I just knew about, you know, what NIS of America was doing, you know, NIS of America and their censorship bullshit. You know, I was aware of, like, you know, about some of the earlier games like Criminal Girls and stuff that they like, that shenanigans they've been up to, but I wasn't expecting to see Idea Factory do the same thing too because of Sony. It's not like they wanted to, you know. There's other games too, like where's that one game, Mary Skelter or whatever. I forgot. That's what it's called? I don't remember what it's called. There's a new one coming out, and I'm getting it on the Switch. That's the third game coming on the Switch. I bought the second game that includes the first game. The first game was originally on the Vita, and you know, and the second game never came out on PS4 because Sony requested them to completely remove certain content in that game. So Idea Factory was like, nope, we're not releasing it on PlayStation 4. We're just gonna release it on Switch, and as well offer the first game for free, which is really nice of them. So I guess I'm gonna be playing that series on the Switch. I don't know why they're even releasing the third game on the PS4. Like, you don't even get the second game, and the first game is only on the Vita. It's such a weird decision. I think they should have just kept it for Switch only, and then done a piece in a PC release instead.
Also came earlier in August of this year, and unlike 2019's PlayStation 4 release, the Switch version is 100% uncut. Meanwhile, on PS4, 2 scenes.
Yeah, it's also on Switch now, but I don't know if I want to get it on Switch. You know, I already got it on PS4, and I'm like, it's just some CGI changes, right? If I remember correctly, I think it just has like slightly modified scenes. I think that's about it. Like the character outfits, maybe slightly altered. I'm like, that's really lame. But, you know, I might still play the PS4 version. I might just, you know, because I already bought it already, you know. It's like, that's before I did my due diligence and pay attention to the little details of that, because I didn't think they were going to be doing that. I think that was just, I thought, oh, that's just you know, just for that Labyrinth game, and that's it. That Omega Labyrinth game, you know. Okay, they're just going to censor that because maybe that game crosses the line a little bit too much. You know, okay, whatever. Disappointing. But then next thing you know, more games start getting affected by it, and then that's when I started realizing, wait a minute, this is not cool at all. This is like, I gotta start paying attention to this now. Now they got me paranoid before I even want to buy a game now, and I'm like, okay, but is it censored?
Had to be modified due to suggestive imagery. The Dead or Alive Extreme series has also run into issues on PlayStation. While Dead or Alive Extreme 3 originally came before Sony's policy change.
Yes, I do have that game. I imported it. It's whatever. I tried it out and I was like, whatever. It's like the volleyball minigames is actually pretty fun. Like, I wish that was more like in depth. It was like an actual, like, they really, you know, refined that more, because the like playing beach volleyball is really fun. And I'm surprised how much fun that mode is. But yeah, it just consists of a bunch of little party, well, single player party mini games, you know. And if you ever play this game, then you know what I'm talking about. It's okay, you know. The fan service is there. It's just like whatever, you know. It's like, it's not even that bad, anyways. It's pretty toned down in my opinion. It's like whatever, you know. It's cute if you like any of the characters, you know, any of the female cast. Well, there you go. You can have fun with them in the beach and play, you know, pool games and play beach volleyball, play some poker or whatever. Like, I might even just stream it too. Of, you know, I don't know. Is Twitch gonna be like, nope, you can't have that? Because I haven't really seen anyone play this game when it first came out. But maybe I'll play it, upload it on YouTube, because there's nothing bad in it. It's like whatever. I don't know why people make such a big deal about this game when it first got announced. It's like whatever. If you don't like it, then don't play it. There's plenty of people that are gonna play it, so they don't need you.
Changes, the updated release Dead or Alive Extreme 3 Scarlet came following the tougher restrictions being introduced. This means that there's a variety of missing risque features for the PlayStation version, but not on the Nintendo Switch. The entire Nekapara series is also censored on PlayStation compared to the Switch versions, with the most recent release being Nekapara Volume 4 in December 2020.
Also, like, the rating, I think, if I remember correctly, I think the rating for like that first Volume 1 game was like rated E. because of the censorship stuff they went through the game. I think the rating was rated E at one point, and then they changed it to M. Even with the censorship, you know, it's still got an M rated regardless. But I think it was a mistake because they gave it a rated E rating. I'm pretty sure they did that. I remember hearing something about that or seeing some images. Because now when you look it up, it's M rated. But, you know, rest in peace for this series on console. You know, just it's like, I don't care for the adult scenes in this series that you can find on PC. You know, I don't care about that. I have no interest in, you know, playing that version of the game. But the stuff they censored here was just dumb. It's like, not only did they got rid of that, which makes sense because or else it would have been an adult rated game, but they also, you know, censored other scenes that weren't even bad. It was like, what are you guys doing?
In the games is a chest-bound setting in the menus that is absent on PlayStation. For Volume 1, the developers sneakily kept it in the PlayStation version with it being hidden on the menu, but you could still select it if you scrolled down.
Oh, that's it? Really? That's it? And they removed that? Wow. Wow, imagine being Sony and being, you know, offended by that and demanding that to be changed. That's sad. That's sad. It's like, makes you wonder what's more sad, having a problem with it or not having a problem with it. Being into that kind of thing or not being into it. Honestly, if you have to change it, you are a sad little person. Ooh, boobs are so scary.
However, this would then be removed with patch 102, and never included at all in any of the later volumes on PlayStation, while it has been included with every Switch version. Volume 1 of the game also modified
I haven't played any of these
scenes
games
on PlayStation compared to Switch to reduce suggestive imagery. Okana for rhythm across the blue.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll play those games. You know, maybe I'll stream them, but I don't know. Like, if it's exactly the same? Because I thought they changed some CGI images too, or no, right? I think it was just that little, just the breast bouncing was censored and whatnot. Well, if that's the case, then maybe maybe I'll play that. It'll be, you know, I'm not playing the adult version, obviously, but but I'll definitely play just the, you know, the family friendly version of it instead. You know, that's safe for YouTube. Basically, like maybe that I might consider, you know, checking it out, or probably not. Or I'll probably just skip it. But you know, and then we have this game too here. This game was supposed to be on PlayStation 4, never showed up. It only came out on the Switch, and I bought it on Switch, and I'll probably end up like streaming that probably.
Was supposed to release on PlayStation 4 alongside its Nintendo Switch release. However, following P-Cube announcing in June 2020 that changes had to be made to images and text for the PS4 version, the PS4 version has so far never been released. And with the Switch version releasing in August 2020, it appears that the PS4 version may no longer be released. 2020's Death End's Request 2 may new.
Yeah, I'm pausing it a lot, but just know if you want to see the full video, you can go on Censored Gaming and watch the video there. But this is just me giving my commentary. So I'm pausing it a lot because I have a lot to say. Death and Request 2. Again, another game which I didn't even realize they even censored. Oh man, it's so annoying that I found out like so late. A lot of these games I found out late because I wasn't paying attention. Because I figured, like, what are they gonna censor? It's like, really? It's like, and the stuff they do censor are very minor too, though, which doesn't really bother me too much in the end of the day, and it doesn't. But it's the integrity that matters, though. It's like just seeing them just mess with it and just get rid of stuff that isn't even a big deal. Changing things that are not even problematic, that is only problematic in your little brain, in your little head, in your little world is a problem. But in the real world, it isn't a problem. It's not. You're insane if you think otherwise.
Numerous changes to outfits compared to the previous game in the series, with this being thought to be due to Sony. The game will later be released on PC, and for the PC release of the game, a poll was opened up about the changed designs, which asked fans whether the PC version should feature the skimpier designs from the first game or the covered up versions from the PlayStation version of the sequel, and the poll concluded with the majority of fans asking for the original designs. On July 4th, 2019, Spike Chunsoft revealed that changes will be made to the PlayStation versions of Crystar and
Never played this game.
Plus. On the same day, two separate blog posts were made, with one for Crystar saying that half a second of footage from the pre-title cinematic which depicted a character's buttocks has been removed.
Really? A butt. Just a butt? We all have butts. Oh no, you can't be showing that. A close-up of someone's butt. Oh, someone's naked butt. A female character's close-up of a naked butt. That's only 0.5 seconds of footage. Are you kidding me? I heard of this game, but I never played it. I don't know the gameplay of how it is. I'll have to look it up. But that is really funny that they have to change that. It's not changed on PC. They left that half a second of footage alone. It's only half a second. It's a pre-screen cinematic. I mean, pre-title screen cinematic, and they have to get rid of it. Oh no! Think of the children.
and that no other content but this half a second was altered, and that the Steam release will not have this change. The changes to Conception Plus were more extensive, however. For Conception Plus, it was announced that during the classmating rituals, the Star Maiden's 3D models would appear as blue and purple rather than flesh colours. Again, however, it was clarified that this would only be for the PlayStation version and it will be uncut on PC. Another idea.
Yeah. Again, I didn't realize that they did that, but at the same time, it's not a big deal. I really don't care for that animation, honestly. Whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. It is lame that they had to do that though. But it's not gonna make me not sleep at night, because I did get that game on PS4 and I did get the limited edition and I did an unboxing on it. I'm not sure if I did it on this channel. I think I did it on my other channel, because I used to do unboxings on my other channel before making this channel, because I wanted to like separate the content and focus more on, more gaming on the other channel and then everything else on here. That's why I have 2 channels now. And so yeah, I have the game and eventually I'll play it too, but it's like, that's the only thing they changed. So it's like, whatever. As long as everything else is still intact, then it's fine. Data Live. This I'm currently playing on my channel, Ultra Ninja Gaming. I'm streaming this game. No commentary. We're just going to the Toka route on all 3 games, because this is like a collection of all 3 visual novels released so far. And I did an unboxing, the limited edition on this game too, on my other channel, I think. And yeah, this one they did change quite a few of the CGI got removed, and I think a few or a couple, I don't remember how many, they got altered or removed. I don't remember exactly, but I do know that there was images in the art book. It came with an art book and they removed the images. But Idea Factory did send PlayStation owners, I think just PlayStation owners, they send them like the art they got removed or altered, they send the images to them like with a PDF file of all the images through email. It's like, here you go. It's like, Sony didn't let us put it in our game, but here you go. You can see it through here, through a PDF. I'm like, okay, I guess. It's like, thank you for reminding us that, this version got neutered.
Factory game that has run into trouble was 2019's Date A Live Rio Reincarnation. Here, not only was the game affected, but also the in-game digital art books. Idea Factory explained on their website that 4 pages from the art books would not be included in the PlayStation 4 version, and 1 page will feature one of the 2 modified CGs. While the PS4 version has 2 modified CGs and changes to the art books, Idea Factory clarified that the Steam version would instead feature all of the original art. But now for some Japan exclusive games that have run into issues.
Oh yeah, these are games that we don't get here. They're like one of those dating simulator type games. Yeah, I guess this is important too, because this shows you that it's not just in the West, it's also happening in Japan. Sony's censorship policy is just completely, ruining games in general. It's like, if you don't like this kind of stuff, then the people who don't like stuff ain't gonna buy it. It's like they weren't buying your stuff to begin with, so why the change? I don't understand. It's like, there's so much bigger problems in the world that trying to consider this to be problematic is just really sad. It's like, why don't you put that kind of effort into helping, stopping people from, helping the poor or helping children, starving children around the world? Like, why don't you put that kind of effort into stopping that instead? There's so much bigger problems in the world than to worry about, oh no, she's showing too much skin. Oh no, cleavage. Oh no, her boobs jiggle. Really? That should be the last thing that you ever want to change in society. That should be the last thing ever. ever. There's a millions of things that you should focus on first before you even consider this to be a problem. That just shows you that these people, the priorities are all messed up.
First up is 2020's Love or Kiss, which is a dating sim that had to have a range of modifications to be able to release on PlayStation, unlike the Switch version. And these modifications include decreased chess physics and altering character designs. Then there's the 2019 visual novel Haru Otto Alice Graham Snowdrop, which had to be delayed due to what was described as production circumstances. But it's widely speculated that the delay was due to needing to alter the game's artwork. 19 visual novel Raspberry Cube also had modified artwork on PlayStation 4, and this led to the game being given a low rating on PS4 compared to Switch. Princess and Stray Cat Heart, which was one of the first games to be affected by the change in policy.
This game was actually one of the first games
amongst gamers due to the way the censorship was handled.
Stay safe, gamers. Make sure to keep Red Dead Redemption 2 keeps in line, with the latest content approval. That's so true. But this
the 2018 visual novel features huge light.
Yeah, this game was the first game to get hit by censorship by Sony's new policy in Japan. I don't know, these flares of light only makes it look worse. It makes it look like, she has her fucking bikini on, right? And these like light beams just gives you the impression that she has nothing instead. That she's completely nude or whatever. This does not make the scene any better. It's like these people think that people don't have the power, the ability to have an imagination. They just make this thing even more lewd than it really is. Even though they think they're covering things up, but you in reality you make the scenes look a lot worse. In the sense that it's more lewd.
Beams over
than it actually is.
The PlayStation 4 release in 2017 before the policy changes. As always, let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, but that's it. So we have that nonsense. But anyways, that's enough. That's a long enough rant. I can go on and on. I don't think I gave too much, detail and in my opinions that I wanted to, because I kind of held back a bit because I don't want to go on too much, because I can make a very, very strong argument if I wanted to, but in the end of the day, it's really worth the headache. It's like these people are so losers, it's not even worth arguing with. It's like no one's telling them they can't have what they want. It's like they just need to stop attacking what we want, our fandom of anime fans, video games, whatever, comics, movies, it's like they need to stop, attacking us. It's like they don't like it when they get attacked, and so why are they doing it to other people? I just don't get that. It's like, why can't we all just like draw a line in the sand at least? But whatever, So that's it. That's all I have to say for now. So if you want to see this full video, check out more content from Censored Gaming. Check out their channel. They're cool people, cool guy. Yeah, and they make a lot of content like that. They talk about, every game that they get censored, they covered. So cool channel. But that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see if I can get more content going on this channel, because I know haven't been uploading for a while. I've been playing a lot of games on Ultra Niche Gaming. Check me out on there. If I'm not streaming or uploading on YouTube, I may be streaming on Twitch. I try to play like almost every day. There's a couple of days of the week I might not play. Usually like on Tuesdays I won't. But other than that, I'm pretty much uploading or streaming something every day on Ultra Niche Gaming, almost every day. And so check me out on there if I'm not uploading here on Otaku Niche. But I do have new unboxing videos on the way. It's just, a lot of stuff is taking a bit to revive, or it's just been pre-ordered, not out yet. But, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to unbox, and some of it, has been delayed, some of it's still not out yet, and some of it I decided to not get at all. But I do have like another figure or two on the way, hopefully by this year or next year. And like everything, like I said, everything's being delayed. It's still like when it comes to international like mailing and stuff, the whole COVID thing just slowed everything down. And yeah, that sucks. But eventually, once I have more stuff in the mail, I'm gonna do unboxing videos on whatever I get, anime, video games, limited editions that I do have ordered. I will be doing unboxings on a lot of stuff, keeping it under wraps for now. But eventually, once I get my hands on them, I'm gonna upload the videos, and you'll see them. Hopefully I get unboxing videos by next month. Hopefully in October. If not, then I'll just keep looking up new content for the channel. More videos like this, more like these kind of video rants. If you guys like this type of content, do let me know in the comment section below. Leave a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you didn't. Let me know what you think. I want to hear your opinion too. We can agree to disagree. Nothing wrong with that. It's fine. Just show respect. You show me respect, I show you respect. End of the day, and that's it. That's all there's to it. At the end of the day, that's all I want. Just let me enjoy what I enjoy, and you can enjoy what you enjoy. If you don't like that kind of stuff, then don't. But anyways, talk to you guys all soon.